Hey guys, how's it going? It's been a couple days, but I'm back with another video. As you can see, I've just cleared Chaos 10 and now I'm in Infinity 1. So I've also just reached 20,000 on the levels. So it's been a really good day of progress for me. I just wanted to share a really important tip that everyone must utilize for their family raids against Big Grumpy, and also in PvP and mana battles, which is the fights you get when you prevent other people from stealing your crops. So it's all based on here, in this button to the right of the lamp above the auto. So first of all, we should try to create 3 battle plans for the different situations. Try to create one for PvE, one for PvP, and one for raids. So why is this actually important? Because in this preset tab here in the bottom right, we can choose which battle plan to use for the specific type of mode that we're fighting. So as you can see, for Big Grumpy, I have the raid battle plan selected. That means every time I fight Big Grumpy, it's gonna use this specific setup that I have here, and that means I don't have to have that specific plan, battle plan switched on and active here 24/7. Every time if I fight Big Grumpy, I have to swap to that. I don't need to do that because it chooses it automatically. And then same with arena battles and mana battles. So if people are fighting me in arena, like I don't have to have my PvP build equipped the whole time. I can just still be on my PvE battle plan, while when they fight me, they'll be still fighting against my PvP battles. So I think this is like a huge tip, kind of like a quality of life feature, and it should really help everyone, because that way you can keep progressing in your PvE levels, while the PvP and the raids can just be done kind of automatically. So, what should we talk about? Let's talk about the best raid setup to fight Big Grumpy. For me, it's getting really hard to start living. So we're kind of fighting. Oh, actually, I think it's about to start right now. Let's just check quickly. Yeah, we're fighting level 45. And as you can see, it's been a minute, and yeah, half our guild is pretty much gone, and it's getting really hard to survive. Even for me, I don't think I can survive to the end. Sometimes I do, but it's very kind of risky. And as you can see, it's only been 15 seconds since the 9-minute mark, and pretty much everyone got wiped out. And now there's only me left. So I'm just gonna let this video play out and fast forward, so you can see how long I can survive this fight against Big Grumpy. Okay, so as you can see, I pretty much almost soloed a level by myself at level 45. That's pretty crazy. So how do I do that? What is my setup? For skills, I am running a very defensive setup with, let's see here. Yes, with Blitz Assault. This gives 3 seconds of damage immunity shield every 24 seconds. I pair that with the Shroom Shield, and also Nature's Renewal, because this is one of the only healing skills that we have in the game. And I'm also using Clone Strike because it's actually the best damage dealing ability I think in the game right now. And then I use also Smoke Bomb just because it increases damage by another 30% for 5 seconds. So I feel like this is the best combination of offense and defense. And then for my pals, I'm running quite a defensive setup as well, with the only offensive pals being the octopus and then the red banana. And then I'm running the tortoise for the shield at the 50% mark. That has a cooldown of 60 seconds. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I could replace that for something else. But also, I'm running the deer for the damage resistance, and I'm running the hydro spread because I want to get my cooldowns faster so I can heal and take more damage with through my shields. And with my relics, this is actually quite important. The most important relic being the healing book. So in boss levels, restore 10% of lost HP every 5 seconds. So that's pretty much one of the main reasons why I can survive for so long. When I get really low, every 5 seconds I will start to heal more and more. And combine that with nature's renewal and also the pink soul I have, which right now gives a 20% healing rate, I can survive a lot longer than everyone else. And for people asking, how does healing rate work? It's pretty much the exact same as crit rate. So you have a 20% chance to heal a little bit on one of your basic attacks. And that's pretty much it. So if you run this build, I think a lot of people can kind of increase their damage. So try to run as defensive of a setup as you can. And the whole point is live as long as you can so that you can end up doing more damage in the long run. And I think this should help a lot of people in increasing their survivability and their damage in the family raid battles. And as you can see, I was number 1 in my family and I did 52 billion damage, while the second person did only 19 billion damage. And I think that's because they weren't using a defensive setup like me, and I think if they used the same setup as me, they would also get a really similar kind of damage to me. So let's just sign up first quickly. Finally, I want to talk about the Abyssal portal and what to run for that. I've been trying a really defensive setup, really similar to the family raid against Big Grumpy, but I found that actually just running a full kind of damage skill setup ends up doing more damage in the long term, just because you can't really survive that long against the Abyssal portal monster, whatever it's called. What I use is actually, I do this. I use Disarm just so that it can stun them for a while. I use Clone Strike obviously for the biggest damage dealing skill essentially, and then I try to increase its damage through Smoke Bomb and Wild Gust, and then Speed Surge for archers really increases your damage by quite a bit. And then with Pals, I'm pretty much using the same thing, but I've replaced the Hydro Sprite with Hero Blade just for extra attack speed. So let's just see how it goes. Let's see if we can beat our high score of 3000 billion damage. As you can see, doing quite a lot of damage. Okay, I did 2598. That's not bad. That's a bit under. I forgot to mention I use immunity book here. This is because I want to try and just do some extra damage while I have the shield up, and it can't like one hit me pretty much. So okay, I tried that with Disarm. Let's try again with Coin Bomb and see if we can actually do more damage here. Only 2376. So I think Coin Bomb is slightly worse than running Disarm. So I would probably use something like this, and then this is what I use for powers, and then this is what I use for relics. I don't think I have the best possible skill power relic combination to fight against Abyssal Portal, just because it's so challenging. You just die so quickly. So I still have to keep testing out. So if anyone has any other better builds that they want to suggest and recommend, please let me know. I'd love to hear about it. But yeah, otherwise I think this covers today's video. I hope it's been really helpful, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.